I got another fantastic roundup of deals from Fanatical for you this week, and we're going to be kicking it off with a massive 72% saving on Civilization 6. Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Yes, that's right, we've got 72% off Sid Meier's Civilization 6 Gold Edition. This is a fantastic offer. A lot of good stuff comes out about Civilization 6. I know a lot of people that really love this one. So for a short, limited time, you'll be able to get the Gold Edition version of Sid Meier's Civilization 6 for just £24 instead of the usual £85. So it is normally a fairly expensive game. There's various other Civilization deals on. You can get just the standard one there, 77% off for £11.50. But I thought I'd show you this Gold Edition one, because £24 for a full Gold Edition, it seems pretty good. This includes the game with 6 DLC packs, including the Rise and Fall expansion, which is quite the package that you get. You get all of this right here. Rise and Fall expansion, Viking scenario pack, Poland civilization and scenario, Australia civilization and scenario, Persia and Macedon, Nubia and Khmer and Indonesia civilization and scenario packs. The whole thing all together for just £24, which seems pretty phenomenal. We've also got the brand new announced trailer right here for Gathering Storm, brand new DLC. This one is released on the 14th of February, which is today. I'm recording this on its release day. So we got Gathering Storm, brand new DLC come out. This one is giving you 20% off. You've got a few days that you can order this one, but I wouldn't hang around just in case it does end early. They do sometimes end their deals early, so there's no guarantee if you wait that you'll be able to get it. And then another brilliant deal is this right here, Tabletop Simulator. You can get all your classic tabletop games, and you get 50% off on this one, £7.50 instead of the usual £15. And if you have a look down here, you've got various classic games. You can do this online with other people. Online sandbox unlimited games to play how you want. Multiplayer physics with objects that collide and interact. Up to 10 people can play together on the same table. Team systems with voice and text chat. There is also full Steam Workshop support straight out of the box on this. So there is all kinds of things that you can get to go with it to make it extra interesting. My next two are adult games. Okay, it must be said, these are adult games. We've got Vampyr Steam game right here. This is to require a Steam. Hang on, was this a pre-order? I think this is a pre-order. No, it's not a pre-order. I'm very sorry, it's not a pre-order. Vampyr. It's got 50% off, but this is an adult game, so keep in mind that this is, if you're under 18, this game is not suitable for you, but it's 50% off at the moment at £22.50, and there's another one here that a lot of people really love, and it must be noted that this is an 18-rated game, so please, if you're under 18, this one is not meant for you, but a lot of people have been telling me about this game. I'm on our Discord channel, where a lot of people really love playing this game. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Currently it's 50% off. You can get it for £20 instead of the usual £40. So if you too are thinking about this game the same as me, now might be the chance to go and grab it. It's I've heard a lot of good stuff about this game. I really have. It seems absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to go on about it too much because half of our audience may not be allowed to play it. But yeah, so there's those two right there. This one here is ranked very highly on the sales chart for Fanatical. There isn't any money off. All right, I'm just telling you this now. It's a full price game, and I think this is the first time I've ever included a full price game. This was released just a couple of weeks ago. It's Flight Simulator. Ace Combat 7. Now, this has been spoken of very highly. I've seen people on Facebook groups. I belong to several Facebook groups that talk about gaming and all types of different gaming. Not just the type of gaming I tend to focus on the channel, but all types. And this game has been getting a lot of praise. So, for that reason, and because it's on their bestsellers list, I thought that I would include it. Now, I do appreciate that £50 is a very large chunk of money for anybody on the fence about a game, and you may want to wait for a little while for it to come out on sale, but I thought I would include it for anybody that wasn't aware that it had come out yet, that sort of thing. This game has had a lot of praise. It's a full flight simulator, this one is. This is not the sort of game that I personally play, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. And you can see right here it's got some, it looks like it's got some really good graphics to me. I don't know very much about flight simulators at all, but like I said, I thought I would include that for those of you who do like the types of simulators. So we go back into the deals now, and we're going to wrap this up with a selection of different bundles. We've got a tabletop bundle right here. Now, this is one where you can buy tier 1 to 3 products. Or buy tier 1, sorry, is 3 products. You can get that one right there for 69 pence. Small World 2, Mysterium, a psychic clue game, and Abalone. Then, if you buy tier 2, you get 6 products. So you get those 3 plus these 3 as well. £3.59, including those above. You get Splendor, Talisman, Digital Edition, and Pandemic, the board game. And then you get £7.15 for tier 3. You add in Ticket to Ride and Carcassonne, Tiles, and Tactics. So there's a selection of different games right there. You can choose which tier you pay for and which ones you get. And I've not really shown any of these like tiered stepped ones before, but some of these look quite interesting games. And I have heard about that one that somebody was talking about on like one of those Facebook groups that I was saying about. And apparently it's quite an interesting game. So I say quite interesting. The value of that one is £7.19. So if you just went for tier 2 and you paid £3.60 and got that game, you'd also get thrown in for free these other 5. That's kind of how I look at it. I see a game there that takes my fancy, and it's already cheaper than what that one game is by itself. It's worth getting it because you get a load of other things as well, and you may get another little gem. Like that Small World 2, that might be just the game for you. You never know. Moving quickly on, we've got another bundle right here. This is the Ancestor Bundle. Now, this one, it should be noted, is 16 rated, mature audience. I don't think that's all of the games. I believe that is just 1 or 2 of the games. I haven't actually looked through which ones is the 16 rated. Just keep that in mind. You got System Shock Enhanced Edition. You got System Shock 2. You got Metal Fatigue, Spirits of Xanadu, the original Strife Veteran Edition, Shadow Man, and I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I'm going to assume that that one may have a higher rating than the others, but there we go. That one is currently 96% off for those games down there, those 7 games there. You get it for £1.50 instead of the usual £38.50, so there's a really good saving on that one. Then we have over here the Elven Legacy Complete Bundle. Instead of £8.76, this is just 80 pence. 91% off. And there is Elven Legacy. Ignore the picture on the front. Right, I know what the pictures on the front do. This is an older game. And I'll show you some of the actual screenshots from the game. So you can see it is an older game. This is a classic gaming type approach. If you're into classic gaming, and that's the sort of thing you're after. The reason I say is ignore the front screenshot is because that's the cover art on the box. You never base these old games on the cover art. But these types of games, I used to play these quite a bit, and they're quite good fun. If you don't mind the older style of graphics, I know some people don't like older styles of graphics. That's fair enough. But if you don't mind the older style of graphics, or you like them, that's not the graphics you're getting, right? Ignore that bit. That isn't what you're getting. This is what you're getting right here. This is gameplay right here. The actual gameplay on a lot of these older games is actually really good fun, and you get some really good stuff with it. And overall, you're spending 80p, right? That's less than half the price of a cup of coffee for a game that could give you 10 to 15 hours of solid entertainment. That's a pretty good deal, I'd say. Now, I'm going to save that one just for a minute because that is my absolute favourite. And I'm going to go for this one, SimCity 4. This has been out for a little while. We know that. It's been out since 2010. 8.5 years old now. But instead of a tenner, it's now £1.50. £1.50 is pretty good, 85% off. This is Deluxe Edition. This is the version that I personally own, and I personally have sunk probably close to 100 hours into this game. It's highly entertaining. It still works very well, and I think it still plays very well. SimCity 4. This is definitely worth consideration if you want to just bump out your SimCity collection and you don't actually have this Deluxe Edition. £1.50. It's personally, I'd say it's worth the price. You have a look here. See, you've got all the different stuff. The graphics don't appear to be all that dated just yet. A little bit now. We are pushing more than we're pushing nearly 9 years since it came out. So yes, the graphics are a little bit dated now, but it's still really good fun. And I think this one is also available with Steam Workshop. Did I see Steam Workshop on this one? I don't know. Okay. I don't know if Steam Workshop is on there, so don't assume that it is. Don't make any assumptions whatsoever. You can check it because this is a Steam game. You get a Steam key for this one, so you can always check if it's got the Workshop on there first. And then finally, the very last game I'm showing you today is Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. Now, this one is 50% off. It's £7.50 instead of the usual £15. This offer ends in 1 day, 15 hours after I've recorded this episode, which will give you approximately 24 hours to make your mind up. Planescape Torment is one of the first PC games I ever played right the way through from beginning to end. Chris Avallone, legend in game design and writing, is heavily involved in this project. Lead designer has partnered with Beamdog to curate gameplay updates, bug fixes, and enhancements to best capture his original vision of this game. This game has a huge amount of text. There's a typical sort of screen, right? You've got your controls and everything down the bottom. I spent so many hours playing this game when it first came out. It originally came out in 2000, so either 99, I think it was 2000, 99 or 2000. And I spent a huge number of hours playing this game, right? It's one of those top-down style of games, like this, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, that kind of approach. This one has got such an incredible story to it, and you've got a lot of dialogue boxes to read through, right? The writing in this game is astounding. If you like the sort of games where you do have to do a lot of... If you don't like doing a lot of reading... and you don't want to do a lot of reading with a game that you play, this one is not for you. I'll tell you that now, right? This game has so much dialogue built into it. You can skip over the dialogue, but I personally feel that takes a lot away from the experience of this game. And you really want to go with the dialogue as well. Keep in mind that this is old. The graphics will appear dated. But you can interact with just about every character that you see, and there is a small dialogue box with a huge number of the different characters. There's so many different areas to explore. There are so many mysteries to unravel. It is just phenomenal. It really is. I mean, you can see the dialogue that you've got coming up here. There is just so much of it. And it's absolutely stunning. This game is genuinely stunning. It's set in the multiverse, the Dungeons and Dragons multiverse, and you do travel through various different planes in it. It's basically you've got this complete and total mystery that you've not really seen before, and the twists and turns in the plot are amazing. And this is the big question. What can change the nature of a man? That is basically, that question is what this whole game is built around. It is just phenomenal, right? This game, I spent so much time playing this game. I've gone back and I've played this game since, and it still has an impact even now. It's you know, there's a lot of games that you play when you were younger, and then you go back and you play them 20 years later. I am obviously talking to people who are a bit older now, and they just don't seem to hold up against this, you know, the passage of time. You go back and it's just ultimately rather disappointing. This one I didn't find disappointing. I went back and I've played this game again, and I did not find it disappointing. So, I would recommend, if you don't get anything else, take a look at this game. Even just go and have a look. Maybe wait until you find a better sale. Whatever. Just seriously consider it. This game is amazing. And it is one of my favorite games I've ever played. I've got a few others that rank right up there with games that have stayed with me for years afterwards and have affected my outlook on gaming and what I'd expect from future games, and this is definitely one of them. This shaped the early years of my gaming, and so it's important to me, and sort of how I connected with it, and it's sort of part of my backstory, but I'm not really supposed to be talking about it. It's supposed to be a quick wrap-up of a load of fanatical sales. So that is all I got time for today. As always, if you are in any doubt about any of the deals that I have shown you, then do not take my word for it. I'm just a stranger on the internet. I could be sending you anywhere. Don't click on the links down below. Go and do your own research about Fanatical. If and when you are completely satisfied that Fanatical are above board and they're really good, all I'm asking is if you could please come back here and use the links that I provided down below, because those links have all got that little bit right there. !reference equals Frithgar. And if you use that, if you use those links with the Frithgar bit on the end, it means that if you make a purchase, I will earn a commission. It makes no difference to the price you pay, but I earn a commission from Fanatical for driving some custom their way, and that is one of the ways that I'm able to continue making videos here on YouTube. So that is all I ask, is that if you do decide that you would like to buy it, then please do consider making your purchase through my links. There's one other that I did see down. However, unfortunately, by the time this one goes live, the deal will have expired. So, but it did seem quite interesting. It was learn Japanese to survive. You go through the game and you have to learn Japanese and use it in order to be able to advance the game. And I thought it was quite a unique concept for learning a new language. So keep an eye out for some new ones of those. But that deal will be gone by the time this video goes up, which is why I didn't show it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye and see you later.